Is there anything you'd like to see in a Gremlins film that hasn't been done yet? Is there any, I don't know, ideas or concepts that you kind of...
Yeah, you know, I mean, I've thought about this a lot. I even did a treatment for Gremlins 3 just to see, like, you know, a few years ago, just to see if I could kind of like kick the can down the curb a little bit, so to speak. I had a couple of things that I wanted to see. Number one, I wondered if there wasn't some way that you could do different liquids as opposed to just water. If some liquids would somehow chemically interact with them and cause new things, different creatures to burst out of them. So that was just like, maybe you could play with those substance ideas. So if they got splashed with milk or they got splashed with, you know, something like that. That's maybe a less successful idea. The other one that I thought would be cool was, we saw the caterpillar butterfly thing with the Mogwai turning into a gremlin. But what if there was an additional third stage? We don't know anything about these creatures. So you have Mogwais and then Gremlins. All the Gremlins get wiped out within 24 hours of being alive. So what I had was, I actually had one, and this is not pandering to the British populace, but I had one where Billy and his daughter, Phoebe's gone or dead or divorced or something like that. It's just Billy's a single dad living with his daughter, and they're down on their luck. So the daughter goes on the internet and puts Gizmo up on eBay in order to make money, because it's a one-of-a-kind exotic pet. So they sell him for the equivalent of, like, you know, 20,000 US. And it gets bought by the equivalent of Richard Branson. So you have a little bit more clampy kind of fun stuff in there. And so he buys it as an exotic pet for his daughter. And it comes over to London and they spill different stuff on it. It spawns all sorts of crazy stuff, and then that multiplies. The Gremlins come out. They all go down into the tube, because that's the one thing you want to see, is Gremlins in the tube messing up. And they burrow and kind of hide somewhere where we can't locate them. And what happens is, do you know what a fractal is? A fractal is when you have one thing that's a piece, and when you put them together, it makes an entire piece. So if you had a little baby pyramid and then you put other pyramids together, you make one big pyramid, right? So the Gremlins all kind of mass together and form one huge gremlin. Kind of like a Godzilla-sized one that bursts out of London and starts knocking over Big Ben and stuff like that.
See, the closest I had was man-sized gremlin. I was going to suggest to you.
You want to make it much bigger than that. Much bigger than that.
I want to see this movie now. Godzilla Gremlin taking out London.
Yeah, something like that, or just a big rampaging one. Or you have them turn into these other grotesque, you know, part 3 things, or that are super weird. And then maybe, you know, I don't know, another possible ending, just spitballing right now, as they say in Hollywood, is you push them, you know, to force them somehow to change into number 4, and then at the end, the 4th change, like a butterfly, is a beautiful, harmless thing.
Ah.
So you have a sweet ending like that.
Yeah, that's your twist ending. I hope we haven't spoilt what Chris Columbus is planning for Gremlins 3.
Listen, the last thing they're going to do is tell me. But I think the Chris Columbus one should start with another Mogwai, not Gizmo, like a female Mogwai that they discover somewhere else, not a Chinese gift shop, but I don't know where they find it, like an exotic pet store somewhere, who knows where, in the middle of nowhere. And I think that causes problems, and they have to call in me and Gizmo, like, who are you going to call, Gremlin Busters? We come in and kind of help fix the situation, and the last shot is Gizmo and the girl Gizmo in the cage together, and they instead of Gizmo being alone, he's found his little Gizmo soulmate.
You've nailed it. Take my money now. Awesome.
Can you see the number of women seeing the girl Gizmo and he's like holding her little hand and kissing it and stuff like that, and all the women going, ooh, turning towards their, you know, and that's the last shot of the movie. So cute.
That's
right?
$1 billion there.
$1 billion.
In merchandise and box office.
There you go.